Good afternoon after 6 evening. Good afternoon all. So if you open today's newspaper, Manikanda. So first newspaper, first article, police custodial deaths. Police custodial deaths are very common thing which are happening in India. So yesterday in Shivaganga, a place in Tamil Nadu, whereby inside the custody a person was being taken into custody by the name called as Ajit Kumar. This Ajit Kumar was been taken, or Ajit Kumar was been arrested only because of suspicion, without any strong evidence. Because of suspicion, he was arrested because of thinking that he might theft 80 grams of gold from a temple. So a watchman, a security guard of 80 grams might be taken. This is the case. So a security guard, the first doubt will be on the staff, the first doubt will be on the security guard or the watchman. So he was being arrested. He was being brutally beaten, because of which he died. So this type of deaths are called as custodial deaths. So there are two types of custodies will be there. One is called as custodial custody, other will be called as judicial custody, or in simple language it is called as police custody, judicial custody. I will give you the information. Police custody means if there was a doubt that this particular person had did a mistake, so police will file an FIR. Based upon that FIR, the accused person will be kept inside the police custody, will be kept inside the police station. It is called as police custody. Within 24 hours, according to rule of law, according to criminal procedure, this particular accused person, he will be sent to the magistrate, judge. Within 24 hours, he will be placed in front of the judiciary. After the magistrate cross-checks him, and the magistrate, if he or she feels, judge, if he or she feels that yes, this particular person had did a mistake, then that particular person will be sent to the judicial custody, which is called as jail. So when they are in the jail, it is called as judicial custody. Till that particular time when they are in police station, it is called as police custody or custody. So when the police have the doubt, they will bring to the police station and they start beating them. So that they want the truth they want, they will be thinking that by beating, by torturing, they will be getting the truth. So in this particular police custody, there is high chance of torture, high chance of beating, high chance of harassment is there. So this particular harassment, this particular torture had led to death of an individual called as Ajit Kumar. So hence again the news is there, in article also we observed about custody. So what is this custodial violence? The custodial violence is, so there is another custodial death. This particular person is called as Ajit Kumar, who was killed by the police inside the police station. And up to now, according to the report, majority of the custodial deaths happened in Maharashtra. Second is Uttar Pradesh. So custodial deaths are very common in India. 68 out of 442 who died in India's police stations are from Maharashtra. So majority are there from which state? Maharashtra. Tamil Nadu is also playing major role. And if you see, another issue came into picture, which is called as Dalits, and who are being killed inside the custody. Unfortunately, majority are from Dalit community. If you see here, this is Hindu newspaper only, from this Hindu newspaper article itself. So Tamil Nadu is responsible for majority of the custodial deaths happened on which community people? SC community people. So custodial violence is happening, and the custodial violence mainly targeting whom? Dalit community. So 38% of custodial deaths which happened, in that majority are Dalit from which state? Tamil Nadu. So hence custodial deaths scenario, majority of the custodial deaths are from Tamil Nadu, and if the majority of the custodial deaths are happening and they are from which community? Scheduled caste community or Dalit community. So there are 4 forms of harassments. One is called as torture, which can be physical torture, which can be mental torture. Physical torture by beating, mental torture by telling all bad words, or sexual harassment, or rape, or the ultimate is what? Death. This happened in Tamil Nadu. The person who was been killed is called as Ajit Kumar. So it is not the first time. There is another story also, which is that I will tell you. So violence is very, very common thing which is happening. So there was the death of another person. If you see, father, son. Father name is called as Jairaj, son name is called as Bennik. When lockdown was been imposed, they told that they have to open the shop and they have to close by 10 o'clock. 8 o'clock they will be opening and 10 o'clock they will be closing. In the night also, 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock they will be opening. In Tamil Nadu, they used to close by 8 o'clock. So this both father and son, they are running a mobile shop. Father and son, they are running mobile shop. In this particular mobile shop, they have to close by 8 o'clock. They closed at 8:05. The police came, started beating both of them. They took inside the police station. Both died. So the custodial deaths became a very common phenomenon in India. So how to stop the custodial violence? So reasons behind custodial violence is what? No anti-torture legislation in India. So up to now there is no law stopping police from torturing. There is no law stopping police from torturing in the police station, which means if it is not there means it is there. If no parking board is not there, that means parking can be done, isn't it? If police come, your bike is there. If there is no board and you kept your bike and the police came and asked that why you kept here your bike, means show me no parking board. Means if it is not there means it is valid only, no. Means no anti-torture law means we can do torture. Why? Because there is no anti-torture law. So there is no anti-torture legislation, because of which the police are torturing the accused inside the police station. Institutionally accepted. Whether we know that in police station beatings will happen or not. We generally know that there will be torture in police station. Generally a person go to a police station, compulsory there is abuse will be there, compulsory wrong words will be used, compulsory bad words will be there, whether we have the stereotype mentality or not. That stereotype mentality is there means whether it is institutionalized in our brain or not. It got institutionalized. Use of torture to target marginalized communities. And UN India, in United Nations, India already signed United Nations Convention Against Torture, but has not ratified. So government of India had signed that UN, which is called as United Nations Convention Against Torture, we signed it, that we are not going to go for any torture, but we didn't ratify it. Ratify means it should be passed in the parliament. So they didn't pass in the parliament. It shows that there are no strong legislations stopping, there are no strong measures stopping custodial violence, because of which custodial violence became the norm, because of which custodial deaths also became normal. Okay, so this is what the today's article is talking about, custodial violence. There is Article 20 is talking about right to protection against conviction of offences, right to life and liberty. Article 22 is telling that right to protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. In Constitution also they discussed about Article 20, Article 21 and Article 22, which is promoting that there should not be any torture, but still torture is happening, means indirectly Constitution is also getting violated if police are committing tortures. So in this phenomenon, a very popular case which is called as Matura rape case, which happened for somewhere in 1972 in Maharashtra. The girl named, the Girijan, the tribal girl name called as Matura, a lady, a tribal girl, she went after 6 o'clock. At 6:30 she went to the nearby police station and she gave a complaint that husband is missing. Why? Because lot of desi liquor was there. The people used to drink like anything in 1972. So she went and gave a complaint that my husband is missing. In the police station, 4 police personnel, including inspector, raped the tribal girl inside the police station. So it is not only the custodial death, it is also the custodial rapes which are very common since our history. Hence, this custodial death had remembered us about Matura rape case. So after this case, judgment only, the Supreme Court told after 6 o'clock the female should not be in the police station unless female constables are present. After 6 o'clock you cannot go to any home and you cannot arrest any female. If you want to arrest any female, it should happen in the daylight only. So these conditions came after this judgment of Matura rape case. So this reminds us about custodial deaths, this reminds us about custodial rapes, this reminds us about the arrogant attitude of police. The arrogant attitude of police. Hence there is a need for a lot of reforms, so that there is a need for friends of police. A police should be a friend but not be a enemy. Hence this is the conclusion. Then another news is there, Narendra Modi, second news, whereby Narendra Modi told BRICS will help create a multipolar world. BRICS will help in creating a multipolar world. Who told this? Narendra Modi told this. So what is multipolar world? See the basics, background. When USSR was there, USSR was disintegrated in the year 1991. So before USSR was disintegrated, the complete world was being divided into 2 powers. That is United States of America and USSR. USA is called as World 1 and USSR is called as World 2. USA is called as World 1, USSR is called as World 2. In that way, 2 worlds are there, World 1 and World 2. Then what happened? Once the USSR was disintegrated into 14 countries like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, Ukraine, Russia itself. So total 14 countries was been formed after the disintegration of USSR. Then what happened? Small countries like India, China started evolving. Then what happened? Now every country is becoming powerful. That particular powerful country being every country is called as multipolar world. Now in this multipolar world, one group is playing major role. In this multipolar world, one group is playing major role. That group is called as BRICS, which is initially established by Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. These 5 countries came together and established an organization called as BRICS. B-R-I-C-S. Brazil 2025 prelims question this is. Whether Indonesia is part of it or not, 2025 questions. BRICS is very, very important. So 5 countries. So hence, if you see the BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. B for Brazil, R for Russia, I for India, C for China, S for South Africa. These 4 countries were being added. They are founding members. BRIC. First it was BRIC. Then S added in 2010. It is called as BRICS. Very important. BRIC 4. Brazil, Russia, India, China. They are founding members of BRIC. Then in next year 2010, which country added? South Africa. Hence became what? BRICS. Then later on, other countries started adding to it. Like what? So big countries like Iran, Egypt, UAE, Indonesia and Ethiopia added. So how many countries are there now? BRICS? 10 countries are there. BRICS we remembered. The next country is Egypt. Iran, Ethiopia, Indonesia and UAE. So these 5 countries came. E is called as Egypt, Iran, Ethiopia, Indonesia, UAE. So overall today how many countries are there in BRICS? 10 countries are there. 10 countries are there. And the remaining countries, Uzbekistan, Uganda, Malaysia, Thailand, Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Kazakhstan are observer status. They are not members. They are what? Observer status. They are just observers. So in BRICS, how many countries are there? Originally 4, then 1 added, became 5. Then in 2025, how many added? More. The latest added is Indonesia. So overall, how many countries are there? 10 countries are there. How to remember it? EIU. EIU. Which is emotional intelligence, unwanted. I don't want any emotional intelligence. EIU, which is Ethiopia, Iran, Egypt, Indonesia and UAE. So total how many countries are there in BRICS? 10 countries are there. How many countries are there in observer status means? Uganda, Malaysia, Thailand, Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. 8 countries are observer status as per July 3rd, 2025. So overall 10 countries are there, 8 observers are there. The founding members are 4 countries. In 2010, another country was been added, hence became BRICS. This is an economical unit. BRICS is economical unit. It is the GDP, together the GDP is almost more than the European Union. So much big with respect to population, with respect to political strategies, with respect to economy. Hence, these BRICS countries are very significant in the world. Okay? When we see about in this BRICS countries economically with respect to $1 trillion, China is how much? $19 trillion. India is how much? $4.27 trillion. And Brazil is $2.31 trillion. And Russia is $2.20 trillion. And Indonesia, UAE, Iran, South Africa, Egypt and Ethiopia. These are the 10 countries. This is an economical group. Got it? So this is about today's major news. So once open the newspaper, I will again go through it. So first page, BRICS. If you see here, so first news item, BRICS. BRICS will help create a multipolar world. Why? Because big Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. This is the summary which I told you. Bring preparators of Pahalgam attack is Quad. Yesterday we discussed Quad. How many countries are there? 4 countries are there. USA, Australia, India, Japan. Mainly to counter whom? China. Mainly with respect to critical minerals. And second news. We don't want to second Telangana news, South India news, no, not required. Compassion, palliative, health related. See, custodial deaths, police conviction remain 0. The deaths are happening in the police station, but no one is getting convicted. Convicted means proven guilty. Yes, no political news. Much of political news. Axiom 4. See, this is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. See here. It is like a movie. Multi-agency. This particular thing. Multi-agency probe. Okay. What is this? Page number 10. Multi-agency probe bust international drug cartel. Multi-agency probe busts international drug cartel. What is this? Narcotics Control Bureau had busted a very big drug cartel, whereby Australia, United States of America, United Kingdom, these all countries, big villains were been involved in an organized crime whereby the drugs were being transported from one country to another country, like what we see in the movies. That particular big ring, that particular big cartel of drugs was been busted by our National Narcotics Control Bureau. If you become IRS officer, then you will be posted in this particular Narcotics Bureau. If you are IPS officer, if you want a selection into the Narcotics Bureau, you have to keep your selection or your preference to Narcotics Bureau. With the main target, the Shah Rukh Khan's son was been found in the ship where he consumed drugs. Who found him? It is Narcotics Bureau. So that particular Narcotics Bureau had busted the very big criminal ring of the world, where Australian people were been involved, where United States of America people were been involved, where UK people were been involved, Indian people were been involved by a single institution called as Narcotics Control Bureau. A very good lead was been given for those countries so that the illegal movement of drugs were been stopped. So this is a very good feather in the success of Narcotics Control Bureau of India. Got it? So today we discussed about 3 articles. Mainly we discussed about 3 articles. What is the first article? First one is custodial death, expected question for your mains. Second is what? BRICS. Third is what? The anti-drug organization, which is called as Narcotics Control Bureau of India, had found and had removed a cartel ring which is running organized crime syndicate in several countries in the transfer of drugs. Okay? So these are 3 articles which you have to remember. Thank you.